DDM 2023.03 sees the introduction of a brand new feature, the bulk item editor. In order to demonstrate this, I'm going to browse to some purchased parts. These are electrical components and they are diodes. I'm going to focus on these barrier Schottky diodes. Okay, so we can see here that we've got 11 different parts. Some of them are work in progress and reserved by me, but I've deliberately made 2 of them at a released status. So if I demonstrate now, so this tool you can single or multi-select. On the right click menu there's a bulk edit option. It's a really useful thing, otherwise you would have to modify attributes individually against each item. So when I select the bulk edit option, it's warning me that 2 of the items are not modifiable, basically because of the status. And in order to be able to modify something outside of access controls, you need to be a member of a new group called Power Group Bulk Item Editors. Okay, so if you have permission over the selected items, i.e. they are at a modifiable status and you are the owner, then you can bulk edit. Okay. What we're going to do here, we could make one change. So what we could say is, I want to modify the spare attribute to say, yes, these are available as spares. So the way that this tool works is you choose the attribute that you want to modify, set the value, but you can add additional attributes to modify multiple attributes against multiple items at the same time. Okay, I'm just going to cancel out of here because what I want to do is go into the admin tool. So I'm going to go to my DDM server, and as you can see here, we have a new group called Power Group Bulk Item Editors. I'm going to edit this group, and as a member of the CSI business unit, I'm going to add Joe McBurney to the bulk item editors, and I'm going to confirm that change. So what that means is, if I now select multiple items, even though 2 of these are released, I can bulk edit. But now what you will see is I have to enter my password to make sure that it's me doing this and not somebody because I've left my screen unlocked. Clearly, modifying attributes against items that are not at a modifiable status can be risky. So we've added these additional cautionary notes. Please do pay attention to these. Okay. I'm going to cancel this because I want to start this at a point where everything is released. So I'm going to select all, I'm going to deselect these 2 items, and I'm going to change the status of these diodes. They're purchased items so they don't change. So the real scenario here is these are all released items in the database, but I want to modify a couple of the attributes. So I've got some custom attributes here for ROSH compliant, who the supplier is, and are these available as spare items. If I go into here to custom properties, we can see who's the supplier, is it ROSH compliant, and is it available as a spare. Okay, I'm going to multi-select, and because I'm in the special power group at an admin level, I can now go in and say I want to change the supplier. We purchase these from RS Components. Let me just scroll down to RS Components. Okay. I also want to modify the ROSH compliance. Are they ROSH compliant? Yes. And are they available as a spare? Yes. Okay. If I try and change them without putting my password it is going to request the password. I'm going to enter my password now. And what we will see is these 3 attributes will be modified against all of the selected items, overriding access controls. Clearly, this can be dangerous, so it is restricted to the special power group, but it's a very powerful way of updating and keeping information correct. Now what we can see against the supplier, RS components, is it available as a spare? Yes. Is it ROSH compliant? Yes. Okay, you could also use this tool if you just wanted to fix a description or any other attribute. So really good introduction to the DDM 2023.03 version is the bulk item editor. Another important part of the bulk item editor is the fact that we keep a record in the audit trail of the changes that have been made. So I've got this particular item selected here. If I look at the audit trail, we can see here that today, let me just sort these columns, today at 12:34 a bulk update was done by Joe McBurney. The attribute spare was bulk updated from nothing to yes. So here we can see the changes that we've made. Another thing that's happened here is because this item has previously been released and the system had been configured to send the information via XML to an external database, for example, an ERP system, because we've changed the item, we have automatically rerun the Enterprise Update Manager to resend that information out to the receiving system.